Well, top of the morning to you. Bobby Lee here from Hurricane Creek Farms on what looks to be a beautiful but blisteringly hot Saturday morning in West Tennessee. We got a lot of stuff to get done. I know y'all are shocked to hear me say that it's going to be a busy day or I got a lot to get done. It's death, taxes, and me worrying about all the stuff I got to do. But we're going to go ahead and get some chores done here right around the house. Here at home, animals taken care of before we head up the road, check on other group of calves. Man, it has been blisteringly hot. And I mean, everybody knew it was coming. We had, I don't know if we actually hit triple digits either for the last 2 days. We were forecasted to, but it seems like we made it into the upper 90s. You know, heat index, you know, well over 100. But I don't know if it's just, you know, being 40 now or what. You know, because in the past I always be like, yeah, it's hot. Like, it's uncomfortably hot. Last couple of days, I mean, it was one of the few times I've been like, okay, this is miserable. But anyway, enough complaining about the weather. Let's get some stuff done. Watch back. You gotta let me through the gate. Yeah, it's real time about 5 seconds to finish a bucket of milk. And then she immediately wants to feed. Okay, headed up the road. See cows here at home. We did move them into the pasture right here at the house. I guess it was just yesterday morning. They've been there about 24 hours. Not a lot of grazing in there, either from just a land area perspective or from the actual forage. You know, we feed in there all winter, so that grass or that ground takes a pounding. But it's starting to come on pretty strong now. Some pretty good grass in there. And the other half of the herd, I don't know if you can see out through there, maybe you can. Through the trees and the brush. There, maybe a little better shot. Already in the pond. It's just now 6:15. It was, I think our overnight low was like 78, 79 degrees. I mean, it is miserable. I'm gonna try not to talk about the heat all day or all video long, but you know, we love to say here in the South, it ain't the heat, it's the humidity. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the heat, I don't know if it's the humidity. I just know it's hot. Finally, there they come. Dumped the feed out over here and been calling for them for about 5 minutes. But the two best spring ditches for them to water out of are down that hill. And I keep saying I'm gonna stop talking about it, but yeah, it's hot already. We'll see if we can get a head count on everybody, hit them with a dose of fly spray, and then see, we got the sprayer in the back of the Pioneer. We're gonna go finish up spraying in the north pasture on this place. I hope that tank will get us over everything in there. I don't know though. I wouldn't bet on it. Then we're gonna have some spots. Thistles aren't as bad in this pasture, but on this hillside they are, and I'm sure if we look close, we're gonna find them in some other places. Got a little bit of a time crunch this morning. It's almost 7 o'clock. I have a gentleman coming to look at the 4030 tractor. We have listed it for sale. Said he was gonna be here at 9, so I've got less than, well, by the time I drive home, it's about a 10-minute drive. I got right at 2 hours or a little less to get done what we're gonna get done. But yeah, they definitely been down there watering this morning. You can see they're all muddy where they've been in that spring ditch. So we'll check on that too. Be sure they still got plenty of access to water. Okay, all 60 of them here and accounted for, so we need to get to spraying. But as I sit here and just keep complaining about the weather, 40% chance of rain today. They're still kind of you might as well say our average rain chance over the next week is about 50%. Anything from, I think actually today at 40% is our lowest. Now 33% on Monday. Then we get up to 60% some days. I mean, they're just kind of between 30 and 60% chance of rain every day. But I'm gonna go ahead and make a prediction. So y'all gonna have to watch till the end of the video. 40% chance of rain currently today, which it was 33 when I woke up this morning, so it's going up. My prediction is this afternoon, it's gonna cloud up. It's gonna look like wind's gonna blow. It's gonna look like it's about to pop us. We're gonna be getting all excited. Oh yeah, getting a little moisture. And then we won't get anything. It'll just barely miss us, or it'll fizzle out before it gets to us or something like that. Again, you know, I've seen this movie before. I think I know how it ends, but I hope I'm surprised and we do actually get a good shower. Not even, if not today, in the next few days. But Sadie, let's get to spraying. Real briefly in here where we sprayed the other day, just to show you kind of the effect that this had. So today's Saturday, we sprayed these weeds on Wednesday, and you can see that this will all rolled up. Looks very sickly, exactly how we want it to look. I don't know, some of them here and there don't look quite as sick as I would like, but you know, that's partially because I don't want them to just be dead. I want them to be extremely dead. But anyway, no, it's showing up good. It's doing what it is supposed to do. We're gonna get over here where we didn't get to, where we ran out the other day, and yeah, then try to scat, because yeah, now I got well under 2 hours before we got to be back at the house. Carpet of cuckleburs that were real young, smoked them. So getting done when we need to get done. Okay, got that one tank sprayed out. Pretty much, for all practical purposes, got that north pasture done. If I was betting, it says 2 total tanks we've sprayed out in there. Probably got 2 more total tanks that we could spray out. You know, total on this farm, maybe more, I don't know, to get done. But it's now 10 after 8. Just text the gentleman, come and look at the tractor. He is still on his way and on time. So rather than mix another tank up and be just rushed and probably not have time to get it sprayed out, we'll go ahead and load up, head back home. We'll pick up where we left off here, you know, maybe later on today or tomorrow or a month from now, who knows. But yeah, speaking of the rain, it's clouding up. So so far my prediction might be holding true, but I would love for any of our, you know, afternoon chores or anything, activities later on today to get rained out. Would suit me just fine. We are gonna go ahead and put some mineral out here. Calves aren't in this pasture. Probably gonna move them in here tomorrow though, so went ahead and threw a couple bags on the truck. We'll get that done. Had a slightly unfortunate incident on the drive home. I looked in the mirror as I was making one of our turns, and the Pioneer rolled backwards, you know, very gently, and bumped the back, you know, the tailgate of the trailer. I'm like, well, that ain't great, you know, with that boom right there. And sure enough, that tip there, that nozzle in the center, is now broken. So I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's going to be like a, you know, a $2 fix. You know, it's going to be more than that. Let's be real in this day and age. But it's not going to be a real expensive repair. Probably, you know, 10, 15 bucks to replace that tip. But it's probably going to put us out of commission for the rest of the day. So that may be all of the spraying for today, which, hey, it'll probably make for a better video, because I'm sure I can only show so much of me spraying with the side-by-side. But anyway, so we'll find something else to do here in the next little bit. But yeah, about 30 minutes that gentleman's gonna be here. See if he wants to buy a tractor, and you know, in the meantime, I'm gonna be just doing little odds and ends, and then we got some more stuff to do Whether that includes unhooking the tractor from the rake so he can haul it away, or just some routine chores, but we'll see. Okay, you know, I mentioned it was clouding up. I don't know if we'll be lucky enough to catch it as I'm just standing here, but thunder has been rolling. The radar doesn't really show anything, but the phone app now says 100% chance of rain. Okay, so that's a kiss of death if I've ever seen one. Yeah, we shall see. But by the end of this video, I may enlist y'all's help in helping me send hate mail to the Wonderground app makers, or app operators, or whatever they are, if it doesn't rain. Because, yeah, 100% chance. There's a chance it's going to rain. I mean, it's never 100% unless it's already hitting the ground. So I don't know how I feel about that. But beauty of the internet too, besides weather apps that don't, you know, or aren't really that accurate, is already found that part. $14.99. Yeah, it's actually the entire tip assembly. I don't think I'll need the whole thing, but looks like that's the only way to get it. Of course, you know, it's about $15 to get it shipped here, but whatever. The other part of that, you know, it's going to take it a few days to get here, maybe a week. You never know. It's not coming from agzaga.com. Otherwise, we know it will get here quickly, and it would have more reasonable shipping. And I would get a 10% off that code HCF10, but they don't have that part, at least not listed on their site. So, found on another site. We're going out of town here either tomorrow or the next day, and gonna be out of town for several days. So once we're out of commission for today, we're done spraying for several days. So I'm not in a huge rush. So get this unloaded. Gentlemen will be here to look at the tractor in a minute. And you know what? I need to get some things done before we get out of town, but if it just set into raining for a couple hours, I'd be fine with that. We have gotten dry. We are, like I said in the last few videos, we're still okay. We're trending towards being, yeah, dry. We are dry. All right, I had one of my helpers join me, and if you've ever used any of this stuff before, you know what we're about to do, but we're gonna get a back rubber hung back up, something we used in the past. Yeah, we've been fighting the flies. That has been a common theme here lately. Yep, that's why that chain right there is on that tree, Kimber. But we put it right here, you know, in a place they like to lounge. You're okay. You know, by the mineral feeder here in the shade. Sometimes we'll hang them across a gate, you know, where they got to go under it, but typically they like getting under it anyway. They like to get under stuff and rub and scratch, especially when the flies are on them. And then we actually already got some of our mix made up. Has, you know, our fly spray, or I guess it's not technically spray because we're not spraying it, but insecticide, I guess is the word I should use, in an oil mixture. And yeah, it gets on their back good, and it keeps flies off. But we'll see if we can get this hung up. I believe we had it cemented between that tree and that tree, but we'll see where it's going to fit. That's exactly how I want it. Okay, about the right height, or they'll come under it. You see our little, they call these face flips. Basically, they should be hanging down probably a good 12 to 18 inches, just where it wipes on their face and everything. Those aren't critical, which is a good thing because, yeah, they're tattered beyond recognition. So, I don't have any more of those right now. They're just cloth strips. I thought about, like, we've got a bunch of old t-shirts and stuff. Daddy! She's just rolling. She's scratching her back. But now we'll take our chemical, kind of, you know, and this one's been soaked before. These things are white. Our brand new, we kind of reapply it, get it on there, and then, because we're going to turn the cows in here probably tomorrow. I'm going to show you this right here, and this idea is patent pending. So of course we got just a solid cap that stays on our jug to keep, you know, our insecticide mixture from spilling out. But then Because if you just take that top off and just try to pour it out through the completely open jug, you waste an enormous amount. You spill it everywhere. So what I always like to do is get another cap, drill a hole in it, and I got another little vent hole. Makes the chemical come out. If I've got the holes drilled proper size at just the right rate, and yeah, don't make near as much of a mess. But yeah, that idea is patent pending. Now, y'all like the way that works? You've got this application. Feel free to steal that idea from me. I'm probably not the first person to come up with it either. Whoop, there I go spilling some. May have drilled my hole just a little big. It's coming out a little faster than it needs to. All right. So, let me spread those face flips out a little bit. You can see how long the face flips should be there. And so now when they stick their head in there to get their mineral, they get the mixture kind of lightly on their face. Their head keeps the flies away. They come up here to stick their head in to lick a little mineral. They get, the insecticide on them, on their face, keeps the flies away. That's of course where they're causing a lot of problems, spreading pink eye, those issues. Really what we should do, because obviously they can access this feeder from all sides. Should probably hang another one on this other side, and we could even do it on the ends as well. But we don't have all the necessary materials to do that today, so we're going to be happy with at least having just the one up, and they'll be good to go. Whoa! Tire there's not on the ground. Okay, yeah, we want to get that thing good and cleaned off. We're not done with it for the year. We need to get back down to the other farm where we'll be doing this about spraying, where we've got some like blackberry bushes and little thorn trees and whatnot that the spray is really not going to take care of, and clip those down. But we need the tractor to do something else before then. You leave all that debris on there and you're keeping it parked in the dry, it's probably not a big deal. But we don't have room to keep it in the barn. So we want to get that off there before it rains, maybe even later today, and gets all that, gummed up and whatnot on there. So, maintenance is important for your equipment. Man, it is hot. It is 10 a.m. I'm sweating like, yeah, you can use whatever inappropriate analogy you want. I'll spare y'all. I'm sweating a lot. I'm gonna get this thing unhooked. On the 4030, yeah, I don't think I mentioned it yet. The gentleman seemed really interested. They're from about 100 miles away, so they weren't gonna just drive the tractor away. They didn't bring a trailer. He was measuring it to see if it would fit or how big of a trailer he would need, so took that as a bit of a good sign. But he was gonna borrow a trailer. It's a trailer that a buddy had kind of offered to him. He was pretty sure wasn't big enough, and that was correct. So we'll see. We'll be in touch. That's why we left it. Kind of like I told him, I'd like to sell it. It will allow us to, get a little more updated, newer tractor, potentially. But we'll see. I'll keep y'all posted on that in the coming days to weeks. As I may have mentioned a half dozen times or so now, I can't keep up with what I've already said and what I hadn't. We're heading out of town here in just, well, it's up for debate when we're leaving. But sometime in the next day or two, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get a roll of hay put out for the bull. Just a single bull in there right now. Buddy PJ will be watching things for us while I'm gone. He's more than capable, I'm sure, of cranking the tractor, getting a roll of hay to him, but we want to make his job as easy as we can. Bull wasn't totally out of hay, as you can see. cone style feeder there, but yeah, he's getting a little low. Thought about opening it up and letting him come out here and be in more the general barn lot area with Smokey. Yeah, that'd be okay. There's a little bit of grazing. I mean, he would have it eaten back in like 2 days, but we may do that at some point. But again, probably will do that when we're home, not have somebody else deal with him. But yeah, one more thing checked off the to-do list. The rain update, as you can see it really clouding up to the south there behind me, is that it has not rained. Not here. Just look at the radar, it has rained all around us. You know, it's currently raining on like 3 sides of us, but just is not raining right here at Hurricane Creek, or just up the road at the other farm. But anyway, it's still looking, I mean, it's gonna be one of those days where it's gonna be scattered showers everywhere. It'll rain 2 inches a mile from here, and maybe not a drop here at home, or maybe vice versa, so we'll see. Something else that's been on the to-do list for a while is I've had several spots where these trees have fallen out in the hayfield. Actually, this was back from the storm into March. I had 3 or 4. We just needed to find time when we didn't have the tractor tied up doing something else, put the bucket on and push them out of the way. You know, one little bright spot or silver lining to us waiting is that there's been more trees down with those storms last weekend. In fact, you can see a top out of the tree right there. That one didn't totally fall out in the field, but so yeah, we would have just been back up here doing it again had we done it earlier. But yeah, something I meant to do a month ago, and I'm just now getting around to it. But see if we can get this pushed out of the field and move on to the next one. Getting somewhere. Oh yeah, much better. We got these little pieces. Pitch them off over there. One more thing off the to-do list. You may be asking yourself, what is he doing? I mean, that tree's been blown down since, you know, 1st of April. Is he just cutting random logs out of it? Well, maybe. No, what we're doing, if you watched our last video, or not last video, 2 videos ago, last weekend's video that was edited and posted in the middle of this past week. By the time this one's posted, it will have been from a week ago. Anyway, you saw us go to Kimber's eventing show. You saw her struggle a little bit on the cross country. You know, in hindsight, once, you know, we saw, you know, the final results of the show, she actually did really fairly admirably. You know, made it further on cross country, did better than even some more experienced riders. But we here at Hurricane Creek Farms, just a little better than the other people, or good enough, or any of those sorts of things, just simply ain't good enough. So I told her and Kaylin we are going to, I just barely clipped that gate post and broke it. Full of adventures here. But we're gonna design a cross-country course here at home. It's not gonna be anything super sophisticated or fancy, but we're gonna, I mean, we got plenty of trees down. We're gonna cut some logs out. This one's only about 16 inches in diameter. Of course, depending on how exactly it lays on the ground, it may sit up and make a little taller jump than just that. We're going for something more like 2 feet, I think is what she jumps currently. Yeah, scatter those out around here. Told Kaylin to kind of come up with me a relative design, you know, as far as where she wants them laid out. She hasn't done that yet, so we're just going to be randomly cutting up logs and laying them in different places. But yeah, sounds like a lot of work for potentially nothing, or for a lot of work for me to have to do it again later. But yeah, we're gonna have some degree of a cross-country course set up here before all is said and done. And I guess at some point I may have to replace a gate post there. Yeah. That's what happens when you're filming and driving heavy machinery all at the same time. I knew it was gonna be close, but I was like, we'll get it. So obviously we did. Oh my God, what a wonderful day to be running a chainsaw, you know, doing a project that does not have to absolutely be done today. I think I'm gonna have a running ticker and counter for how many times I've referenced the fact that it is hot today. I think we're gonna get this one moved, and I'm gonna go inside. It is right at noon. Drink a tall, cold glass of water and just sit down for a few minutes. Oh, if I don't trip over it. Okay, so we're still just a little over 9 feet. Kaylin wanted them like 10 to 14 feet, or I don't remember what she said. Typical dude, I wasn't paying attention. But 10 feet plus. Now, that one is almost 21 inches in diameter, so the diameter, the height of the jump is gonna be much more what we're looking for. See if I can kind of get rolled over in there, and yeah, I need a break. I don't know that I've ever had heat exhaustion. Today would be a good day to start, or a good opportunity to start. Whoa! I thought I was gonna move it. Yeah, that ain't happening. Oh yeah, drag it we will. One absolutely worn out 40-year-old dude could not move it. 135 horses can though. Okay, got inside, got cooled off, got rehydrated. Looky there, 93, but feels like 108. And what's even more hilarious, but it's totally true, is today's temperature is forecast to be cooler than yesterday, which was true. But you see, these rain, like, and of course they update it, I mean, I guess every few minutes on rain chance. Now we're at 45% chance of rain. So we went from like 33 when I woke up this morning to 40 to 100 to back to about 45. So, hey, day's not over yet, but I may be the greatest weatherman that's ever lived. I mean, I told y'all what it was gonna do, and so far I've been right. My word, it is hot. This may be my crown jewel of the jumps for today. I think it's gonna be the last one I get done. We're just about 11 feet, not quite. And at the lowest spot right there in the middle, it is about 22 inches tall. So it's pretty darn close to what she needs. Ooh, buddy. I know y'all are hired to hear me say it. It's hot. But what time is it? It's 2 o'clock. I've got to get some kind of stuff done around the house too. I think we have decided, Kaylin has one out. We are going to leave tomorrow. I need to mow the yard, do a few things like that. So let's get up here and get some of that done. Well, the cows certainly agree that it is hot. Okay, it's now nearly 6:30. Obviously wanted to wait till late in the day before I was able to take my victory lap and you know, accept my claim, you know, atop the throne of being the world's greatest weatherman, you know, we've ever known. I told you this morning when it said it was a 30% chance of rain, exactly what it was going to do. I never wavered, even when it said it was a 100% chance of rain. And here we are. I don't know what percentage they're giving us right now, but it's, I can assure you, it is 0. It is not going to rain today, not here, not at Hurricane Creek. So yeah, a victory lap I wish I was not able to take. I would have loved to have been wrong. But anyway, spent the evening, I am mowing the yard, getting a few loose ends tied up before we head out to town. Tomorrow, Kaylin did win. We are going to go ahead and leave a day earlier than we had originally planned, but that's cool. You know, This has been a longer video, partially because it's going to be our only video this week, for all the reasons I just mentioned. We're about to go out of town. So I apologize for that. One video this week. We'll be back on 2 a week next week. And hey, you never know, every now and then we squeeze in a third one. But I'm rambling on. We really appreciate y'all watching, appreciate y'all sticking with us. Channel has grown a lot over these last few months, and yeah, it's because people like you click that subscribe button, hit the like button, tell somebody about it. But yeah, I'm rambling on here at the end. We're going down to the Gulf, down to the beach, so we're gonna be eating some seafood, but I promise you we're eating beef. We're actually taking some ground beef, gonna grill burgers one night. So you know what we want you to do. Y'all eat beef and God bless. See y'all next week.